All right, good afternoon, everyone. Once again, my name is Masaverisa. I'll be handling this afternoon mathematics for Senior 2. I work with the Holistic Learning Platform. I work with Mbale Secondary School, and I teach math and ICT. I want to welcome you once again to this class. For those who are coming for the first time, well done, and I will assume that you're enjoying your holidays. And for those who have been here since we started our Senior 1 lessons, I want to congratulate you for making it up to the second year with the Holistic Learning Platform. Actually, to some people, this is your third year here. I want to congratulate you for that milestone. Before we start our lesson, I will give a chance to someone to give us an opening prayer. And an opening prayer, normally, you start by giving us a detailed introduction, your name, the class where you're in, but also the school where you study from. After that, you give us an opening prayer, and then your friends will respond by typing in chat. Amen. I want to thank you for coming and thank you for keeping time. Can someone put up the hand and take the opportunity to give us the opening prayer? Yes, Mirembe Mercy.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I'm close for a prayer.
Mercy, you've not introduced yourself.
I am Remember Mercy from Ebenezer Christian High School.
Right.
Okay, let's stumble for a prayer. Oh, Heavenly Father, King of Glory, come before you this afternoon as we dedicate our lesson unto you, O Lord Jesus, Father. Let everything that is going to be taught stick right into our head, and let provide our teacher with knowledge and understanding, so that whatever he teaches us, it's from the Holy Spirit. Guide him on what to do for us, Father. Let us understand very well. Bring your divine anointing into our heads, Father. Let's understand each and everything that is going to be taught. And bless our parents for this opportunity to give us the data to learn on Zoom. And we bless also the teachers and also the administration for that. In Jesus' mighty name I pray and believe. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much. Mercy, Ebenezer Christian Secondary School. May we type amen in the chat such that we believe in that prayer, but also I want you to also know where the chat is such that you can always write in case you have a quick question that you want to ask. Kindly look for the chat and type amen. Thank you very much, Mercy. We'll be starting from here now. And we always give chance to 2 people, 1 boy and 1 girl, to at least say hello to the class and have a detailed introduction. Who is taking away this offer today? You put up your hand. Jamie, you want to start? Your hand should go up. You should know the name the name of the school and where you're calling from. At least you say hello to class.
Good afternoon,
Jamie?
everyone.
Yes.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nanyonga Jemima Esther, and I'm from Elite High School in Tevin.
That is Jamie. School. You're welcome, Jamie. Then the last person should be who? You say at least class. Jamie, your hand should go down. Can we get the last hand, at least from 1 person to say hello to class? Christabel.
Hello, everyone. My name is Opini Christabel Iceland from BCK.
I didn't hear the school well.
BCK.
BCK is which school? BCK.
Bishop Cipriano Chihangiro SS.
A, B, C, A. Bishop. All right. You're most welcome, Christabel, and greetings to all those people. Joash, you have something to say before I pick Sheila? Josiah, sorry. Do you have something to say?
Good afternoon, teacher. I was just going to make an introduction.
Yes, go on.
My name is Senyondo Josiah from Wampeontake Secondary School. And I'm in senior 2.
Josiah Mpeo, Wampeo. Okay, you're most welcome, Josiah. Greetings to the team that side. Sheila, then lastly, Melissa.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon to you.
My name is Nava Sheila.
Sheila, you speak a little louder. I can't hear you.
My name is Nava Sheila.
Yes, please.
Gaza High.
Gayaza High School. Yes, greetings to the team at Gayaza High School. And the last will be Melissa. Melissa, quickly. Josiah, Sheila, your hand should go down. Melissa, please proceed.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon
Yeah,
to you.
my name is Melissa, and I'm from Vienna College.
Melissa from Vienna College. Yes, you're most welcome, Vienna. Any word to the class, Vienna? You're a bit louder. At least say some 1 or 2 words to the class before we would start our lesson here.
Hi everyone. Yeah, just wanted to say hi. Yeah, I have nothing else to say.
All right. So we will be starting from here, and I want to discourage whoever is writing on the screen at now. Maybe I'll stop people from writing from this side. Let's not now write anything on the screen. And if you've written, I'll clean it from this side and discourage whoever plans to write again. In the previous lesson, we talked about how to work with certain concept here that I want someone to remind us. If you remember what we talked about in the previous lesson, before we see what we intend to talk about this afternoon, your hand should go up and quickly remind the whole class about what we looked at in the previous lesson. If you remember at least what we talked about. Jose, you can proceed. Mwampeo Untake.
Last lesson we talked about Pythagoras theory, whereby we talked about like when we are like using this formula x squared plus b squared equals c squared, and even like the procedures like we use the graph data. Yeah.
All right. He has reminded us that we talked about the Pythagoras theorem, and probably if you have some right-angled triangle like this, and this is A, this is B, this is C, he has told us that Pythagoras theorem would help us get out of this problem if maybe they asked us to find one of these areas. I saw some other hand. Please bring back that hand such that you can also add something on what Jose has told us. Someone had put up, that was Shadia. Shadia, you can go on and at least say something that you remember. Right? Shadia doesn't remember. Any other person who remembers anything in the previous lesson? You would quickly say something before. Achola, is that hand up? Achola. Okay, so Ruth, yes, we can proceed. Say something.
So, good afternoon, everyone. So, what I remember in the previous lesson is the deriving of the Pythagoras theorem. Yeah, and carrying out calculations.
Deriving the Pythagoras theorem and carrying out some calculations. All right, we talked about deriving the Pythagoras theorem, and maybe I would quickly remind people on how to derive the Pythagoras theorem. If this is our triangle A, and it has maybe, it has A here, it has B, it has C here. We said that for you to derive the Pythagoras theorem, you have to produce squares of the same distance. For example, below A here, you're supposed to draw a square that is of the same distance, like this, such that if this is A, then obviously this will also be A. Then here, you're supposed to also draw a square that is of the same distance with the same distance C. Unfortunately, mine may not be very accurate, but there is always that square on this longer side. And if this is C, then obviously if we square this one will also be C. We are left with only one side, and that is side B. You also draw a square here. And obviously if this is B, then this will be B. And this is a square. We did found out that if you get the area of this part, then get the area of this part. There was something similar in these areas. If you'd get the area of this small part and you compare it with the area of this big part, there was a relationship that we derived in the previous lesson. And that relationship said that when you get the area, I'm calling just this area 1 for purposes of us seeing, that is area 1. This is area 2, then area C. Sorry, this is area C. Area 3, like that. Someone should guide us on which, when you look at these areas, A, B, C, areas A1, area 2, and area 3, which one is the biggest? Of course, it will be obvious by show of hands who has seen the biggest area, if you're to consider those small squares. Yes, Mirembe. Mirembe is from Ebenezer Christian. Yes.
Area 3 is the biggest.
Area 3 is the biggest. And why do you believe that area 3 is the biggest? Mercy, is area 3 the biggest? What is the reason that you're using to say area 3 is the biggest? At least me, what I know, area C, which is area 3 is the biggest. I just want to know the reason. If you look
The
at it,
reason is that when you look at all of the sides of this square, yeah, it's like square 8 small. It means its length, it's also like smaller than the length of area C. Then also, if you look at B, B is also smaller than square C. It means its length is also shorter than the length of areas of square C. So I propose that square C is the biggest.
all All right, square C is
It's
the
very
biggest. You don't want to object that. Is there any other person who believes square C or square in the square 3 is the biggest? Is there anyone who disagrees such that would see why you would disagree? Or if you agree with what she said, can I see? I think we are going to use a thumbs up. Look for reactions. Look for a thumbs up for whoever believes square 3 is the biggest. And if you believe that it is not the biggest, your hand should go up. We are using thumbs up. Four people are agreeing with her. Only one person wants to say something. Jemima, James.
Area theory.
Jemima. If are you saying something? Meanwhile, I'm working with Josiah. Make sure you read through the chat and tell me what is happening in the chat, but also make sure people are not making a lot of noise here. Jemima, your hand is up. Can I know where the problem is? Okay, Jemima seems to have forgotten the hand up. I'll lower it. If you still have something to say, Jemima, proceed. Okay, so this girl Mirembi has told us that area 3 is the biggest, and I want to agree. Is there any relationship for those who were here? Remind us of the relationship between these areas. Area 1, area 2, and area 3. There is a relationship that we discovered that when you get the area of this, then the area of this, and the area of this, there is that powerful relationship that was discovered, and that was a theorem that was discovered by one of the powerful mathematicians, our grandfather, called Pythagoras. He sat down and compared the area of the 3 squares that you produce if you get a rectangle. A rectangle gives you 3 areas, and he sat down and compared those areas, and he came up with a very powerful theorem that we've used since I was born, and people will use it, and other people will also come and use it. Desire Esther, do you know what the guy said?
Teacher,
Hmm.
the relationship last time was a squared plus b squared equals to c squared.
A squared, let me write. There was a relationship. Desire is telling us it was a squared
Plus b squared c squared.
equals c squared. Correct. This is the relationship we had. However, doesn't bring out my question I asked about the area. However, this is the standard expression for the Pythagoras theorem. Thank you, Desire, Esther. Christine from Angie. Christine, compare for me the area. Anifa, you are having a very bad background. Kindly don't open your microphone. Christine, your microphone is closed. Unfortunately, we can't hear you.
For me, I didn't attend the lesson the other
Okay, and if I didn't attend the lesson, so obviously we may not hear much from her. Okay. Achola, do you have something?
Some of the participants are saying the network is bad.
My network is bad. How about to you? Is it still bad as well?
Yeah, like somehow bad.
My network is bad a little, but I can see it on my phone. Here it is okay. Any other person struggling to hear me? All right, let's pray that the network stabilizes. But for now, I don't have much I can do. That is the network I can have for now. Ruth, proceed. Give us the relationship between the three areas.
So, teacher, may I think the relationship is that the area, if you add the area of the first square with the area of the second square, it gives you the area of the third square.
All right, thank you, Ruth. According to Pythagoras, he sat down and compared the area of the three squares, and this is what he came up with. He said, when you get the area of the first shape, that's the area of the second shape, the answer will be the same as the area of the biggest. In other words, this biggest area has these two smaller areas combined. And this is true for all right-angled triangles. And we went ahead and confirmed this in our books, unless someone wants to disapprove that the areas, if you add them, you don't get what Pythagoras said. But at least for me, I have always confirmed that it is true. But if you confirm that it's not true, then don't always fear. Bring your statement out and the whole world will listen to you. Otherwise, what he said that when you get the area of this first square, this one here, you add it to the second area here, the answer will be always this other area here. So that's why we always get area 1 plus area 2 give us area 3. Can you close the microphone? And how do you get area 1? Area 1 is B times B plus area 2 is A times A. Then area 3 is C times C. Then this becomes B squared plus A squared is equals C squared. And mathematically, when we are writing these unknowns, always write them alphabetically. We can't say B squared plus A squared. This can be rearranged, and this can be A squared plus B squared is always giving us C squared. That is what Pythagoras theorem holds for, and it is a theorem that we shall use and use. So in the previous lesson, we looked at that. So I'm going to give one example here, and we have our microphone closed. Let's have the microphones closed. Okay, I will close everyone for now, such that we are unable to talk again. Let's use the chat, and if you can't use the chat well as well, we'll also have it closed. So, can I know if people are able to hear me? Put yes in the chat if you're hearing me. Put yes or no in the chat. Yeah, at least me, I trust my network as well. Darren has confirmed. Babidi has confirmed. Josiah has confirmed. Someone using Infinix has confirmed. Christabella, she's saying no. I'm wondering how she heard that I was asking that question. Anifa says no as well. Still wondering how she got to know that I was asking. All right, at least the yes, I've seen some. So let's proceed. Those who can't hear me, probably the network problem is on your end. I have two phones here that I'm connecting here within the same meeting, and I'm able to hear myself so well. So this is if there is any question on these areas, put up your hand, or else I'm going to put just one example here and we try it out. And after that, we will see what else we can look at in today's lesson. Your hand up if there is any question on what this girl Ruth said. Ruth said that the two areas, the two smaller areas, if added, the answer will always be equal to the bigger area. If there is any question on that, put your hand up. I talk about it quickly before we can look at one example here before we proceed. There is no hand. Yes, Josiah?
I just want to like explain more on that point.
Which point?
That one, what I said, that the two areas when added, like they sum up to a bigger area.
Oh, the two areas. Now this one, you need to try it practically in your book for you to confirm this. You need to try it practically, but when you get the area of this shape that has length B, then this one here, once you add the two, the answer will be equal to the bigger area. We tried this practically and we got the answer as true. These two areas, when you add them. Josiah, do you know how to get the area of a square? I can't hear you. Okay, Josiah, I can't hear you, but if you know how to get the area of a square, then this can never be a problem at all. All right, I want to know, I think there is no hand up, I will proceed. All right, we're going to try out one example. Yes, Hanifa, now for you, I can't really know if I will hear you because you're not able to hear me. Even the question seems not to be going to be hard this side. Anifa, you can proceed. Ask me.
Master, for me, I don't understand.
Where exactly?
There's manga B at is. Not understanding for sure.
Unfortunately, we're not here in the previous lesson. You would have tried this practically. Maybe it would have helped you. Maybe now for what I can advise you is wait for one example or two. If you can't understand them, then you'll ask me. Okay, any other hand? Okay, maybe to repeat this. For those who have time, draw a square, I mean a rectangle in your books, probably in a graph, preferably in the graph paper. Draw two squares on the sides and the third square this side. Get the area and let me know. If it's not the same, I'll come back here and correct. So for now, I will clear all this and I'll only remain with our Pythagoras theorem that says a squared plus b squared will equal to c squared, like that. This is the theorem that we're going to use this afternoon. Now, if you're given a right-angled triangle like this, you have been given a right-angled triangle like this, and you've been given this as 2. And I've told you that this is 3. If this is a right-angled triangle, they want you to get the area. I mean, they want you to get the distance, x. What you do here is that Pythagoras told us that when you get the area of here plus the area of this, the answer will be always equal to the area of the other side. Or else we can also substitute directly to this formula and say, let this side be A, let this side be B, let this side be C. So our formula will guide us and it will be A squared plus B squared is equals C squared. But our A is 2. Our B is 3. Then our C is X. So I substitute where there is A, I put 2, where there is B, I put 3, and where there is C, I put X. So this will be 2 squared plus 3 squared is equals X squared, like that. So this becomes 2 times 2 plus 3 times 3 will be equal to X squared. So this is 4 plus 9 gives us X squared. So X squared will be the same as 13. How do I get the value of X? I put everything under the square root. X will become what? 13 under the square root is what? Can I see 13 under root in the chart? The answer. Put the square root of 13 is what? Put in the calculator. I told you to carry calculators. Ruth, is that correct? Someone has said 3.
3.6.
3.6005. Yeah, the first person to give me the answer here was someone having ND, then ferricity, and that is 3.60. Mirembe had the same, and so on. Let's rename our device such that we can call you by name. And Josiah has confirmed that 3.6. And so if they ask you to get the distance X, if they have given you 2, they have given you this, we always use the Pythagoras theorem. That is what we get. So is there any person who wants to ask a question on such a an example? If you've not understood how I've got 3.6, ask, or else I want to bring some similar trial such that I can see whether people can get it well or not. Can I see the hands up if there is any question, if something is not clear? Specifically, a person who was not here called Anifa. Anifa, is there any question here before Jamie?
No, Master.
Okay. Jamie, you can proceed.
Excuse me, sir. I didn't understand how you got 3.6.
That is 13 under root. You have a calculator?
No.
Now it will be hard. If you're not on the WhatsApp group, someone get the WhatsApp group link and put it in the chat. Otherwise, you miss a lot, because I had told people to come here with the calculator. Or you know how to use sticks to get the square root.
Okay.
Sticks can't work out. So Jamie, you'll need to get a calculator and try it out. Let me see if I can pick my calculator here and try it out together. But next time when you're coming for this lesson, ensure that you read whatever has been written on the WhatsApp group. Otherwise, you'll come here when the lesson has been postponed, when for you don't know. Let me try this calculator and see if it will give us the right answer. So laptops have calculators, phones have calculators. If you can't have a calculator, physical one, then at least use the one. We are saying we are saying 13 under root. That is how we got that answer. That was who? Jamie, you see now we got 3.6. But also, I think these people have rounded off. Why do we round off? Because I explained this in the previous lesson, but we round off to the nearest whole number. Joseph?
Teacher, I'm asking if
Yes, please.
If the question has two unknowns, how do we come about it?
Yeah, we'll get there, but that is now not what we are studying. That one is a little harder, but of course it is easy. But it comes in when we are looking for two unknowns. Now, when you're looking for two unknowns, if they have given you only one side, then that question paper will be, the person who has set that question will be not fair. Or else, if that person is fair, that person will always give you the angle. They will give you this angle here. So I don't know if the question you're talking about, they had given you this angle. Have they given you that angle? If they give you this angle, then it is possible. And you use trigonometry, a topic that you'll cover later. Trigonometry will help you get the two sides if they have not given them to you. But if this angle has not been given, then they will give you at least two sides. So if there is no any other question, I want to try out some other one example here before we can proceed. Before we proceed, yes, Vanessa?
Teacher, when they give you the angle, how will you then calculate? How will you find the answer?
All right, Vanessa wants to know how to get the answer if they give you the angle. Probably if time allows, I'll say something about that. But for now, it is not what we are talking about. But you need to use a calculator and you use, maybe I will demonstrate here one example if time allows. But we use sine, we use cos, we use tan if they have not given you one side. If they have not given you two sides. You either use sine, you either use cos, or you either use tan. Have you ever seen that on your calculator? Have you ever seen sine? Have you ever seen tan? Have you... Babili and Nakato, they have said, Vanessa said, if you've been given the angle here, how do you then get how do you calculate to get this side and this side? I have told her that it is not now time for us to talk about that, but at the right time we'll say something about that. But what I wanted to say is that in your calculator, there is what we call sine, cos, and tan. These are things that you're going to use when you're getting that side. And if time allows, you give one example and try out that. Yeah, someone is confirming that they have ever seen the sine, cos, and the tan on their calculator. So Vanessa, you'll just have to wait for that time. Now I'm going to do this very fast. This person who is asking for the WhatsApp group, I'm going to send the link here so very fast. I'm sending it very fast.
The link is already there in the chat.
It's in the chat already. All right. This was who? Prince. Now you maybe send it again. Stacy Alafa. I see the link. Hope that link is the one, the correct one. Let me put it in WhatsApp such that you can pick it from there. I'll put it in WhatsApp, pick it from there. But also, maybe for purposes of the lesson, let me close the WhatsApp group such that people can't send again. Unless if I want you to send something, I will tell you that the group is open. For those who are sending in their answers, continue. But there are these people who share links here for, now I'm seeing KFC 55th anniversary. This person is called Latifa. We are going to remove you from this WhatsApp group. Let me delete it, but someday we'll just remove you. I don't want to teach you ICT now, but these are very bad links. If you ever click on them, they're very bad links. They will expose your phone security to the scammers, and they can even remove your password. They can even remove your photos, some of them. They can do anything to your phone, actually, if you keep clicking on these links that you don't know. Maybe someday when we ever get chance to talk about ICT, I will prepare something on why you shouldn't click on those links that I always shared on WhatsApp that are not very clear. So for now, let's click on that link and we proceed. Thank you, Ruth. Thank you, Alafa, for sharing that again. Make sure you join the WhatsApp group. So I was telling you that when we reach trigonometry, we will make use of the sine, cos, tan. And one of these cos, tan has been named after Pythagoras' theorem. You see, this guy called Pythagoras had a son called the Tan. This Tan was the person. I don't know whether the story is true, but he gave birth to that boy and he invented that tan you see. The tan means the tangent. In full, you can read more about that. And I don't know where sine and cos comes in, but their names, I think, after something. So you read very hard such that you can also come up with the theorem and it will be named across the whole world. So I want to put another similar question here, and I will want to see your answer. Now, this time round, I want to draw it to look like this. Get it to look like that. Assume that is a straight line. So I'm going to put 6 here, and I'm going to put 20 here. And get for us this distance, K. Get for us the distance, K. Let's try that in the books. Try that in the books or anywhere where you're writing, and start by saying S squared plus B squared is equals C squared. Then you tell us A. You people, A is 6. We can use 6. Then B is 20. Then our C is not known, so we are taking it to be K. You want to do this myself, unless if someone confirms that they are doing it on the paper. If you're trying it out, put your hand up in the chat. Put your hand up. I want to know how many people are trying out. If no one is trying out, 4 people are trying out. That is Joseph, Mirembe, Johnia. Now these names, 14 people are trying out. Let me leave your hands up such that I can call on to you to give me the answer. Leave the hand up as you try out. Ethan is trying out as well. And we have Israel, we have Christine from Muhangi, then we have Trevor. Monica is trying it out. Felicity, I think this is Felis. Then someone has just letter A. Then there is Blessing, Desire, Esther. Ethan is trying out. Vanessa is trying out as well. Then we have James, Jemima. Then we have Asine Matha, John Mia. There is Mirembe and the others. Yeah, keep trying out and get the answer. Chloe is also trying out, including Trisha. And Babidi and Nakato. I don't know who is now putting up their hand. Babidi and Nakato. Babidi and Nakato, confirm who is trying out. Is it Babidi or Nakato? Or one of them is not there? Babidi and Nakato. Can you confirm to us? There is Marissa, Jamie, and others. All right, I'll be waiting for the answer. Then Mugisha Emmanuel. We have John. Yeah, about 21 hands have gone up. I'm going to put down all your hands. And if people already have the answer, what? Baby, both of you, Okay. Baby, Nakato, greetings to you people that side. Yeah, I'm seeing the answers to 20.8. Now, 20.8, I want to tell you now the trick here. Yeah, I'm seeing 20.8. 20.8. I may not have enough time to try out, but I think 20.8, 20.9, 20.8, 20.88. Yeah, I think that could be the correct answer. Yeah, I think that is okay. All right. Can someone put up the answer, put up the hand and confirm if the answer is 20.8, 8 or 20.9? This person using A, letter A, start by telling us your names.
My name is Amelia, and
Amelia.
I got 20.8.
20.8, yes, Amelia 20.8, and so on. I think it's around 20.88, like that. So, I want to now talk about, yes, Chloe, do you have something to say? Defined? Chloe, and maybe Asimwe, Martha.
No, teacher.
Right, then down the hand, Chloe. And Martha, you have something? Martha, your hand is up. And
Yes.
what is that, Martha?
I wanted to say maybe 20.9 is wrong because you get something that exceeds 4.36. 436.
20.9 is wrong. You're suggesting which one to be correct?
8.
20.8. Okay,
Yes.
she has a point here, 20.88, and this is 20.9. Now, this is a same way, Martha. Now, the challenge here is that when the question specifies that you maintain 2 decimal places, then this is very okay. But if the question says to 1 decimal place, we take this, and so on. So when you put back and the answer is slightly above the correct answer, then depending on whoever set the question, you may not be very penalized. But like for this question, I was silent because I did not specify to which decimal point. But also when we are looking at a ruler, when we are estimating this distance normally on the ruler, it is very hard for us to estimate 20.88. It's easy for us to estimate 20.9 or 20.8 down there. So if the question specifies, always be very careful. But if it doesn't specify, then always write to at least 2 decimal places. That's why this one is very, very correct, because she has written it to at least 2 decimal places, unless if the question specifies to 1 decimal place. I think we are out of that. Viola and Emma. Viola and Emma, quickly. First,
Good afternoon, sir.
Is that Viola or Emma?
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
I'm Viola.
Yes, please.
Master Mia was saying that it is 2.8, but after there you round off. After rounding off, then because 8 is greater than 5, when you add it to 0, it becomes you add there a 1. to become 21. That's why my answer is 21.
21. Oh, you rounded it off to 21. I think now, Violet, I want to discourage that. Don't round it off to this other side. At least always leave a decimal point, unless if you must round off. For example, if it is 20.99999, if it is a must, but if it has a value like 20.9, 20.7, always don't round off this other side. But rounding it off from here, 20.88 to 20.9. This one is may be allowed depending on whoever set the question. But rounding it to 21, it has a bigger error value. Not that it is wrong, Viola, but that one will have a bigger value, bigger error value. If you put this back to this area here, it will not be very, very accurate. Don't always round off to this whole number here. Brings a bigger error. I hope you corrected that, Viola.
Okay, sir.
And Shaban, that is the last time you're doing that.
Yes, sir.
Shaban, you turned your video on. I don't know if that is Shaban. And you're allowing people to pass, unless your intention is to show us what. Okay, let me first close that video for now. John? John, your hand is up.
Yes. If they say 1 decimal point, should I hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay, so if they say 1 decimal point, and then I put 20.8, is it correct?
And that one is not correct. That one is not correct, because you would have left so many values behind.
Okay.
And it is 20.9. Okay, we may not take any other hand up. I just want to now tell you that what Pythagoras said works so well, and this has been used in so many areas. For example, in the previous lesson, we saw that this Pythagoras theorem can be used when we are coming up with things like the ladder. Maybe let's start from the ladder here. Whoever has opened the microphone and close it. Okay. I said this Pythagoras theorem is now being used in so many things. For example, here, you have a wall that is 40 feet high, and the distance from the car, if there is fire up here, or maybe they are offloading items and they want to pass it from up here, or whatever is up here, you want to climb this building, you want to get the length of this ladder, for example. Always make sure you know how far is the ladder from the hall, the house, and you can see that it is 60 feet and it is 40 feet high. It is possible for us to get the height of this ladder. All right, maybe let's start by getting the height of that ladder before I can bring something else. The height of that ladder. Can someone get for us the height of that ladder? Is it even possible for us to get the height of that ladder? I want to know if people are trying out to get the height of that ladder by putting up your hand. Put up your hand and confirm to us if you're trying out. All right, let's try. Martha was the first person to try this out. Martha, can you open your microphone and we do it from this side? How are you getting it?
I'm going to get the height or the length of that ladder.
Yeah, the length of the ladder.
Using the height at which it is from the house, which you see that is 40 feet. That's our b squared. Then
yes.
Then 60 down, which is the base at which it is. So we will add it. that is 60 squared, and that will be equivalent to x, but we also have to square it.
And why are we squaring it?
Because we are using the Pythagoras theorem, and it indicates that only when the height and the base are squared, it will be equivalent to the hypotenuse. In that case, it's our x.
Can someone explain to us why we are squaring? I think she has not brought it so well, though this is a correct statement. But why do we square this 40? Why do we square the 20? Why do we even square this x? Is there anyone who knows why we square? Let me first put people's hands up, and I'll give chance to Martha again to try out again. Martha, do you think there is a reason why we square? The first reason was not correct. Why do we say 40 squared plus 60 squared? As someone else puts up the hand to help her. Why do we say 40 squared? Why do we say 60 squared? Why do we say x squared? I've never heard these two people talk, Patrina and John. Let me try John. Yes, John, you can go ahead. Then Patrina will supplement.
Okay, so teacher, before I get to the explaining part, I have a question. The 40 feet and 60 feet, do we count it as centimeters, meters, or we just do it like the way it is?
Yeah, take it the way it
We
is, but we are talking about feet. Yeah?
Okay.
All right, Patrina, your hand was up. Did you want to tell us? Patrina. Patrina, why do we square 40, 60? Why do we square x?
I think we square because 40 is like one of the sides of the squares we are forming, right? And the area of the square is the side times side. So I think that's why we square 40 and 60 to get x squared.
Yeah, perfect. And I think that is what Pythagoras was trying to advocate for. Pythagoras said that where you're seeing 40 here, there is a square on this side. And the square's area is always 40 times 40. That's why it is squared here. And you also added that the 60 you're seeing here is just one of the sides of the square. And we agreed, Ruth told us here at the beginning, and she said the two areas that are smaller, when you get the sum of the two areas, it will always give you the bigger sum. And that is the Pythagoras theorem that this girl has tried to put here. And she has said 40 squared plus 60 squared is equals x squared. She's meaning the area of the first square, which is having one of the sides as 40, plus the area of the second square, which is having one side as what, is the same as the area of this other square that is having one of the sides as x. And that is the Pythagoras theorem. I will keep using it here over and over again. Martha, come back and finish your question. From there.
So from there, you find 40 squared. That's 1,600. Plus 3,600.
Yes.
Is equivalent to x squared. 3,600.
I don't know what you're seeing, but it's the one I've written here. Unfortunately, my
screen. 360.
You wanted 3 what?
3,600.
Oh, 3,600. Okay.
That will be equivalent to 5,200 equivalent to x, so you find the square root.
And the answer becomes?
X is equivalent to 72.1 when rounded off.
0.1 feet. 72.1 feet. And I want to know if this is what people have got. Yes, in the chat I see 72.1 feet from so many people. Wow, this was very good. The first person to get was Isaac, perfect. Then Vanessa got it second. Christine, Trisha, Mubisha, Emmanuel, Asimwe, Philip, Chloe, Stacy, Alpha, Monica got it as well. Ameria, yeah, good from that side. I'm clapping to whoever got it right. Where do they clap from? Let's clap for those people. I can't see. I'm sharing my screen here. I can't clap for these people easily. I see, yeah, 5 people are clapping for them. If you also got it right, clap for yourself, of course. Yeah, then there are so many hands up. I'm going to lower everyone's hand such that I can hear if a person has a question. I'm starting with people with questions. I'm lowering the hands again. I'm insisting. Yeah, I've lowered again. Put your hand up again if you have a question. For those clapping, you can proceed and keep clapping. Yes, John.
Teacher, I have a question. Is it necessary for us to put like, in case the question hasn't given us a substitute for C, do we have to put it ourselves? Is it like a must? That has to like a letter like
putting
X,
what? X.
Yes,
Yeah,
substitute for C.
It is your meaning, is it a must for us to put X or what was that?
Yes.
It's not a must, because it's not a must, but obviously that distance is not known, so you call it anyway. But for this particular scenario, it was known. They had given you X as the unknown, so you can't use P there. They will not allow, unless if they had left it free.
Okay, thank you.
Right, then who? Jemima, proceed. Jemima's hand has continued to come up, but he or she does not talk. I don't know whether you can't see the microphone. Jemima, proceed quickly.
Yes, sir.
Yes, what is your question? Your hand is up.
So what if what if you don't put the square roots when you're finding the hypotenuse? What if you don't put the hypotenuse? Like what if you don't put the square?
Which square is that? This one here?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, then that one means
what if you don't put?
Okay, Jemima, that one means you'd have got the area, not the distance.
Okay.
Because now,
Thank you,
Pythagoras theorem, you're welcome. Pythagoras theorem said we are talking about the area, not the distance. So if you get x squared, that is not the distance. You put it under root to get the distance for x. Otherwise, that is what I would show for now. I'm going to clean this screen and we put the next item here, which is this. There is another item here. And they are telling us that a fire extinguisher or a car that has, I think this is a police vehicle, fire brigade, and you can see fire is up here, one of the tower. Maybe it's a very high storage building and it's on fire. This is one of the application areas. You could be a police officer. You want to know how long should this pipe be? And it is now possible using the Pythagoras theorem. You can get how long that height is. And let me ask you, maybe as a traffic officer or someone who is working with the fire police, you have been requested to buy a pipe that is going to be used to extinguish water, extinguish power. And they tell you each 2 centimeters of that pipe is 20,000. They want you to know how much money you need to buy a pipe that should be able to move from down of this car to the top. So you start by getting which one is distance C, then you multiply with that money. So Pythagoras theorem can be applied in so many things. So don't limit yourself. John, quickly, we don't have a lot of time. If the question is there, summarize it really fast.
Okay. So that means that in this question, I can use C.
Yeah, you can use C. It's not compulsory that you must use X. Was that your question?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't understand it at first then. So you can use any letter if it is not given, but for this was given as X. So, and so many other things. John, put down your hand. Okay, so I told you you can use this. I mean, this could be another application area. Then the next application area, I told you about this bridge at Ginger. There's this bridge. You people read more about this bridge. It is the most expensive bridge in the whole world, I think. I did not understand that well. I think it's the most expensive in terms of money. It used, I think, how many billion US dollars or something. I don't remember the amount, but go to Google and read more about this bridge. You should be very proud of this bridge. And the book that I'm using here, if I can show you this book, I'm going to put it in, I think, WhatsApp, because where I am, there is no power, you can't see. But it has a bridge. It has the same bridge up here. Let me take its photo and put it on WhatsApp. For those who have WhatsApp, you're going to see this book that we are using. It's a book that was written by Baluk, and it's a new lower secondary school curriculum mathematics learners book 2. For those who have never seen it, I'm going to take a photo of this book, and I'm going to leave it on WhatsApp for you to see. They made use of this bridge on their cover page, and you should be very proud of this Nile bridge. It is the most expensive bridge in the whole world, and I think it is the longest bridge. I think the longest in the whole world or in Africa. So you can read more about it. Let's be proud. Those who come from Ginger, you should be very proud of that. Now, put on WhatsApp that book that we are using. Unfortunately, I did not take the book, the class, which is, it's book 2. The camera didn't capture that well, but it's a book 2. Make sure you see that bridge. They have put that bridge there, and it's the most expensive. Yeah, I see some people have started to see it. Now, don't remain on WhatsApp. Get back to class. And I was telling you that it's the most expensive, but also the longest. The second bridge I saw that was longer was in Dar es Salaam, I think, on the Indian Ocean in Tanzania. But I don't think it is longer than this, but you can read more about this. Now, the question here is, if you're the engineer, or maybe they have asked you as a scenario, they've asked you a scenario question and they're telling you as the engineer of this, as the engineer, they want you to find the height or the length of this one. It's called cable. It's the cable bridge. It's a bridge. It's a cable for this bridge. Now this cable is the one that is helping this road to be lifted up. There are so many of them. If they wanted to determine the length of one of it, of course, they are not the same level. They are not of the same length. This one is the longest, second longest, like that, like that. How do you get the length of one of that? One, you have this distance, you have this height. It's very possible for you to get. And I'm going to try I'm just testing. I want to see if people can get for us this distance. We want to know the length of one of that cable. And I'm going to I'm assuming this distance from here. I'm assuming the distance from here. Let me pick a better color. I'm picking black. Hope you're able to see the black color. I'm assuming from here to here is a known distance. Maybe, let me use, it is the 80 meters. I'm just assuming, and the height of this is 26 meters. The height of this is 26 meters, like that. How long can this cable be? So you'll come up with something like this. And this is 26. And this is 80. So go ahead and get us that answer. Now, for you who want to do it in a real sense, wait at night when cars are not passing, you measure for us this distance. If we are allowed anyway. Then you'll also measure for us this distance. Then you bring for us and we try to understand how long is one of these cables. I want to see the answers in the chat. Don't try out. So I would like to let me back at this point. In Uganda. I don't know whether people tried out this, but someone had posted that Amaya was saying it is 129 million US dollars. It's a lot of money. You people, this is a very expensive bridge in the whole world. You should find out. I am not here to lie. For those who are thinking I'm lying in the chat, you read. Uganda is a rich country. There is money. They invested in a lot of money in that bridge, you see. Me, I've told you it's the most expensive. And Martin, you're there refusing. I'll remove you from this group. I'll remove you from the lesson. I can't tell you something true. The thing is very expensive. You read, go to internet, or you can ask whoever constructed it. How much did you put? It's very expensive. So at least if you don't have what you're doing, just drive and go and walk through the most expensive bridge in the whole world. And you people, that bridge gives. Yeah, sorry about that. I received a call. Are you people? Okay, the height is 84.1 meters. Okay, let's make sure that is true. Stop. Me, I've never seen the one of China. Hey, I don't know the one of China. I don't know the one of USA. Me, I know the one of Ginger here in Bali. I mean, in Uganda. So One of China, I don't know. Maybe China is the longest, but not the most expensive. Don't confuse that. So we've got what? We've got that. We've got the height, and I'll close the chat for now, such that we close that discussion on which one is the longest. But at least for what I know, that bridge is very expensive for those who have not been there. So I wanted us to try out this one example as I come back. We are going to try out let's try out number 1 and number 2 as I come back here. Write it on the book and put the answers on WhatsApp. Yeah? I want to, these ones, let's first put them aside. Let's try out question number 1 and question number 2. Write your answers on the paper, put it in the WhatsApp group. I'm opening the WhatsApp group now. I want to see the first question they want you to find the value of B. Then the second question, they want you to find the value of Z, part A, value of Z in part B as well. This was part of last week's exercise, but I want us to try it again. Then I'll come back and do the correction. Yes, Viola, your hand is up. This person using VX also said something before. Meanwhile, let's try that out.
Teacher.
Viola?
Teacher.
Yes, please.
Like us, we are not in the WhatsApp group. Now, how are we going to do it?
They are going to share the link here such that you join. If they share the link, will you join? You're able?
I'd like to join.
Okay, they are going to share the link in the chat. Make sure you join. Let me open the chat meanwhile for only co-host to share. I don't know if my co-host can hear me. Desire, are you able to hear me?
I'm able.
Share that again. The person using VX, what is it? VX or 48? Quickly, we don't have time. Okay. So I'm opening the WhatsApp group now such that we post those answers quickly.
Excuse me, teacher, can you like please share your screen? As number 2, we can't be able to see it. Teacher. Excuse me, teacher. Are you on or your network is poor? Excuse me, teacher. Teacher, are you on or your network is poor? Teacher, can you please share your screen?
Yes, please. I'm hearing you.
Who is this?
Why are we all unmuted?
Has the meeting ended?
No.
The meeting ended.
No.
Man, it's just 3 dots. Isn't this something like this before? No,
I would like to ask you.
I think the meeting is ended.
Yes.
Yes.
Guys.
Bye.
Bye.
We meet again. Bye.
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 Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
You unmute and say bye, everyone.
Hello. Now let's not make a lot of noise.
Excuse
here.
me, sir.
Yes, please.
I'm not seeing the work.
I put it on WhatsApp.
I'm not seeing the work. We thought
I
the
put it
lesson is
on
done.
WhatsApp.
But sir, I'm not seeing the work.
So where is the link?
The link
Sir,
to
the
WhatsApp.
work.
Let me put it here.
But sir, we're not seeing the work. But sir, we're not seeing the activity.
Okay, hold
Sir,
on, hold on.
sir.
Okay, let me share the link here.
Okay, so you put for us the activity. We're not. Okay.
Right? We must try out that work, then we have the answers in the chat before we see what we are to talk about shortly. Immediately after trying out this, we are going to concentrate on the areas of a rectangular figures shortly after you've tried out this. Two questions. Actually, there are two questions, but if you finish very fast, we can do up to the fourth one. Do this very fast, post your answers in WhatsApp. I think it's not very hard. Then after that, we're going to see the areas of rectangular figures, but specifically, we are going to concentrate on a parallelogram. Have you ever heard of a parallelogram? It's the one we're going to concentrate on, and we're going to determine its area, and it is going to be practical. The steps of finding the area of a parallelogram, the steps are here. We are going to start by drawing a parallelogram on a manila paper. If you don't have a manila paper, make sure you get one. If you don't have a manila paper, use any paper. Shortly, we will be coming to this activity 10.3, and don't forget to do this exercise.
Hello.
Yes.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Maybe his network is poor, but he's still on.
Should I answer the question or like just wait for him to like come back? Yeah.
You can ask.
The answer I got for number one is 10.25 centimeters. Yeah. That's
Uh-huh.
yeah. Joseph.
Yes. Look, the teacher is still on, but maybe the network problem is. The meeting is still going on because we are like remaining with 20 minutes. No, the meeting is still going on. That one who told you that meeting has ended is lying. But maybe the teacher is having some network problems. Let us just wait for a moment.
Good, Jose, it's not a network problem. There is that activity that is on 5 questions, I think. 4 questions. Let people try. Let them keep trying out that. The WhatsApp has been opened. I'm trying to finish up here very fast, then we'll start again.
Okay.
And make sure you keep checking what people are posting on WhatsApp, if they are posting there anything anyway. And whoever is here, make sure you're looking for a long ruler, make sure you're looking for a graph paper, make sure you're looking for a manila paper if you have a manila paper. If you don't have a manila paper, we're going to use any plain paper that you have. So just hold on as we start that. And we'll use about 10 minutes to do the area. Immediately we finish the area, we'll proceed for the exercise that has been prepared here. There is an exercise after this lesson. That exercise will be submitted also for marking. Martha, your hand is up. Unfortunately, I really don't want to take any other question now. Right? Sorry about that. I really don't know if people here are still able to hear me. I'm going to open my microphones, or I'm opening everyone's microphone. I want to confirm if people can still hear me.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, teacher, can hear you.
Yes, teacher.
Let's test our microphones. Let's test
Yes,
our
teacher.
Yes, teacher.
Make sure you test the
Yeah,
microphone.
teacher.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And make sure you have the work. Did you even do the work?
Okay, sir.
Did you do the work?
Okay, sir.
Right? Tell whoever had moved out, get back a little. I had too much work here that I couldn't continue. Who has not posted the work on WhatsApp, I'm closing the WhatsApp for now. We're going to use the small remaining time to talk about
Sir, are we doing all the questions?
Blessing. Blessing.
Yes.
When is in me?
Okay. Sorry about that. And I would assume you've tested your microphones and they're working very well. Now, I had to move out of the lesson a little because of something I was supposed
Thank
to
you,
do.
sir.
But I left 4 questions here and you're going to put them on WhatsApp. For those who have not put, make sure you put. And if you've not put, don't forget to put. And
Okay.
the first question was talking about you need to get 4. There is 4 here, there is 11, there is B here. And can someone put up the hand and try out this together? If you're ready to do number 1, your hand should go up and you try this out together. I'm also going to open the chat such that people are able to chat again. Viola, you want to give us the solution?
Sir, we're answering all the questions.
Yes, the all questions. Unfortunately, we don't now have any other time for you to do. If you've not done all, submit whatever you've done and we continue.
Okay, but sir, you first put on the activity again so that I copy number 3 and
Sorry, it's already. Yes, it's already there. It's already there. Check well.
Sir, thank you.
Viola, do you want to try out number 1?
Sir, it's me taking a pop 4. Thank you.
Okay. Viola, do you want to try this out?
Sir, you add me in the group.
Okay, I'm going to add you.
Yeah, Techno Pop 4. You put their favor, let us favor.
Favor.
Adding
Okay, let's not make a lot of noise. I've just closed again for people to. Okay, so who is trying out number 1? Viola, I see your hand is up, but you can't respond to us. Maybe we give chance to who? Martha has done so many here. Maybe Viola, your last chance. Viola or Emma?
Teacher, before I start off, I was saying that the work that they're saying that they put on WhatsApp, I'm lacking and you sent a link, but I have not yet got the link. But I have the answer.
Okay. Now I'm sending for you. I'm sending my number in the chat here. Send me a message directly on WhatsApp. I add you. I can't do it right now.
Share your network.
Is my network clear? Can someone confirm if my network is okay? Because I've changed another network. Those who are hearing me clearly, put your hand up. I think I'm not. My clear really. I didn't want to change my network again. I felt it would take a lot of time. Anyway, let me change it very fast.
Yeah.
I'm changing my network, but let's. Okay, I've tried to change the network. I will assume people are able to hear me. Who is taking us through number 1? Viola, you ready?
Hello, sir.
Are you ready to take us through number 1?
I'm the one.
Okay, you can proceed. Have you seen my number? Make sure you send me a message.
Teacher. Yes, I've got it. Thank you.
Let's proceed.
I'm proceeding by telling the answer how I've got the answer.
Okay, the first one.
My answer, I've got the answer as 1.7.
1.7. Okay, let's try it here. Okay, Viola, your network has become funny. Can we hear
how have I got?
Let's hear from Chloe.
I've used the Pythagoras theorem.
Chloe, you've not talked to us. Yes, Isaac, do you want to do number 2? Number 1? Isaac? Isaac, proceed. Do you want to try out number 1? People can't hear me, or it's me not hearing them. Isaac, I've given you a chance. You can't talk.
Yes, teacher.
Well. You want to do number 1?
Yes, I would like to do number 1.
Let's do that very fast and we get to the area.
Okay. We know that the formula of finding Pythagoras theorem is s squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. So here they have given us the s squared and also the c squared. So we have to find the b squared, the unknown that is b. So we shall get the square of 4, that is 16, and then the square of 11, that is 121, and then after we shall subtract. Because if we
100
are to make
what? It's 100 and what?
121.
Yes.
Because if we are to make be the subject to be c squared minus s squared. So we shall get 121 minus 16 squared, and then after shall get this answer as 137. Then we shall get the square root. That will
First,
be...
wait. You're getting 16 squared. Like, how did you get 137?
Sorry. So it's 105.
105, yes.
Then the square, we shall find the square root. The square root that will be 10.25. The square root will be 10.25.
Yeah,
10.25 centimeters, yes.
Centimeters, all right. Centimeters, can I know if some people have 10.25 in the chat? Let's put your answers. Your answers for number one. What was your answers? Isaac has 10.25. Ethan has 20.9. Number one, what is your answer? Okay. Is it me who is not seeing people's answers? I don't seem to see. Okay. Anyway, I am seeing 10.2, 10.3. I think that is close to the right. Is there something I am not understanding in the chat today? I can't see previous messages. Okay, I think that is it. Number 110, Isaac has 10.25. And we are not trying out part B, unfortunately, because of time. Let's proceed. Try this out and make sure you send it to WhatsApp, and I will mark this. I marked work for 2 people. I don't know if they're here. This was work for the previous lesson. Let's try to look at today's work. Today's work, we will be interested in getting the area, and unfortunately, time has gone. But let's try this activity out. Let's draw those squares in our books. There are how many squares? Try to draw them down. Use a graph paper if you can. Use a graph paper. Draw those squares. There are not many. Draw them down. I'm also trying this down. Use a graph paper such that it is 1 centimeter square. Putting it down here as well. It's a square. And the question is, how many, if you're to count how many small boxes are inside here, and you can count it's 1 centimeter square box, and how many are they? Someone should put up the hand and give us the answer. Someone using Technopop 2+, what is your name first of all? Technopop 2+. I'm asking you to unmute, please. I want to know your name. We don't have time. I will ask Martha. Tell us how many boxes are those?
9 smaller boxes make up the bigger one.
There are 9 smaller boxes in total. Okay. Thank you, Martha. And if you count, how do you count? You just count normally. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are 9 smaller boxes, and Martha is telling us they make up the smaller big one. There is another one here, another activity down here. Repeat the procedure A on the following shapes. How many small boxes are here? How many small boxes are down here? Your hand up. Unfortunately, I can't read what is in the chat. I can't read what is in the chat. Whoever is able to read. Isaac, are you able to read? You would help me. Tell me if anyone writes something serious in the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, can I see how many boxes? Pick the first one and the second one. You tell us. I really want to hear from someone else. Jonia, if that is how they pronounce your name. Martha, if that was the microphone. Jonia, that is how they pronounce your name?
No.
Your name is what?
Jonia.
Hey, Jonia. Okay, tell us how many boxes are in the first one. In the second one?
There are 6 smaller boxes in the first one.
Then here, how many?
There are 8 in the second one.
There are 8. Okay, that is very, very good. We have 9, we have 6 here, we have 8 here. And the next activity is here. You are supposed to count the number of small boxes. Count the number of square boxes in the first column for each shape, write it down. So let's start from here. Let's start from here. Count the number of square boxes in the first column for each shape and write it down. So this first shape here on the first column, hope you know the column and you know the row. There is a row, there is a column. So how many boxes are here on the first one? Let me put this now clear here. I'm going to use a different color. I'm using blue to write the column. There is a column, there is a row. Even here, you're going to tell us the column, going to tell us the row. Even here, you're going to tell us how many are on the column and how many are on the row. Let's start with item number 1. I really want this person, Technopop, to talk something, but I don't know the name. Technopop 2 plus. Technopop 2 plus. I'm going to lower your techno hand down and kindly don't put it back because we can't call you by name. Chloe.
Yes, teacher.
How do you even pronounce that name? It's Chloe?
Chloe.
Chloe, okay. In the first one, how many boxes are in the first column?
3.
3. And on the row?
3.
3. She's counting this. This one's on the first column. Then on the row, she's also counting like that. Okay, thank you, Chloe. And let's get to the next person, Favor. Favor, you're trying out to the next one. Favor can't speak to us. Junior?
There are 4.
There are 4 columns. 1.
Yeah.
On the column, how many are they? Do you know a column?
No.
A column goes from up to down, or you can say vertically upward or vertically downward like this. It goes downward like this. That's a column. Then the row goes from left to right. So you're saying there are 4 and that is not what? Correct. Let me see what someone else has. Favor?
Thank you, sir.
Favor? Okay. Favor can't talk to us. Felicity, if that is how they pronounce the name, but this one must be Felicity. Start by telling us your correct name.
Felicity.
Felicity, okay. tell us the column. On the column, how many are there on this one?
One.
One. Then for the row? Feristy. On the row, how many are there?
One.
The row has one as well?
Six.
It has 6. Perfect. Let's get the next one. Let's get the next one. There is a person called K. Sefa. Oh, yeah. Now I don't know how they pronounce this name, but it must be a nickname. I'm asking you to unmute, yes? What's your name?
Kefa.
Kefa. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Kefa, which school is that?
St. Mary's Ediofe Girls.
All right. This is how many boxes are on the column?
There are 2. No? There are 8 boxes in the
on the column, one column.
One column? 4.
Column. Yes, 4. Then the row has how many?
2.
2. Like that. Right. I think that is correct. We've finished this. We've finished that. We've finished part C. We've finished part D. Let's go to part E. Who is willing to take us through part E? Let me lower everyone's hand, close everyone's microphone. You take us through number E. You're supposed to multiply the answers obtained in C with that obtained in D for the shape, for each shape. Hamid, Hamid, do for us the first one.
Hello.
Right, we have given chance to someone to give us part E. I'm going to display part E again. Very, very unstable. Who was taking us through item number E? Unfortunately, my values have disappeared. Very fast. We had 9 here. We had 8 here.
I think it's for 20. It's still fair at 35. It says like the way it's above at 35. Oh, I go, even they are fair. Let me go to buy for another place.
This was
Anyway, thank you.
okay. Someone should take us through item number E. Hello.
For us, we have a book paper inside. If you want to get grades, you need to use
Yes,
it for
teacher.
Take us through item number E. Sorry, your microphone. I had to close it from this side. Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, take us through item number E.
The first answer is 9.
When you multiply 3 times 3.
You get 9.
Yes, the next one.
6.
The answer is what?
6.
Then here will be 4 times 2.
8.
To give us 8. Any comment about this? Compare these answers and those that you had got in item number. There was A, and there is this. Are they related to each other? Has anyone seen that? Sefa? No, we thank you. I think that is where you can end now. Sefa?
Yes.
Tell us any comparison when you look at those numbers. There is 9 here, there is 6 here, there is this. And this other side, we still have 9, there is 6 here, there is 9, there is 8 here. Any relationship, anything you can say about those answers?
Still thinking.
Still thinking? Someone
Yes,
else?
give me a minute. Yes, you give it to someone else.
A minute granted. Let me see. Stacy, Davida. Yes, Davida. Davida. Davida, your microphone, open it. Yes. Right, Davida seems not to be ready. Desire Esther. Desire Esther. Okay, Desire Esther can't open the microphone as well. There is this hand here that I don't know the name. Esther?
6 and 8 are even numbers.
6 and 8 are even numbers, correct? Even. Then who? Yes, Asimwe, Martha.
I think they are all are square boxes. Because as you're stating the answer, you are like 9 square boxes, 6 square boxes, 8 square boxes.
All of them are square boxes. Square boxes. Okay, people are explaining these answers, but then here what you observe is that 9 is the same as 9 this other side. You end up in the same answers. Maybe people are very tired, they can't see that easily. But when you count the number of boxes, it is the same as getting all of them counted at once. Now, this is called the area, that figure. For example, you have a put maybe bricks, you want to count bricks. Do you want to count Now, I really don't know if we'll be able to finish this, but my network is terribly not good. Let me see what I can do here. My network is on and off, on and off. Let me close this. Let me put everyone's hand down. I really don't know if anyone can still hear, but I was trying to say that when you have anything that is rectangular in shape, and in most cases, that one will always have the columns and it will always have the rows. Always don't waste time counting. You saw very well that when we counted all these boxes, we got 9, here we got 6, here we got 8. And indeed, when you also multiply, this was 3 by 3 to give us the same 9. This was 1 by 6 to give us the same 6. And here it was 4 by 2 to give us the same 8. So the point here that we are trying to see the similarity is that instead of counting all of them, you can always just count how many on the column and how many are on the row, and you always multiply to get the answer. I have told you that it is possible to get a crate of soda, playing cards. You can also count them by counting how many. If you're counting maybe boxes of playing cards, they have packed them together and you want to count how many boxes are inside there, don't count all of them. Count how many are on the column, how many are on the row. I have talked about can we put bricks on a car, then I put bricks on the car, and they want you to tell us how many are inside there. And that is what we always call the area. And its application is very wide. And what is important is that you must count the area. You must count the length, the column, and you must count the row. And in mathematics, the column is always represented by L, which is the length, and the other one is always abbreviated with W, which is the width. So that is where we generate our formula called length times width. And this one helps us to solve so many things. Unfortunately, my network has not been very good, but also I couldn't keep time because of that error that happened earlier. I think we may not go past this. I wanted us to try out the area of a square, which I believe everyone knows. Area of a square, once you have the width, you have the length. It is always length times width. And because the length is always the same, that's why our answer ends into length squared. But once you're given area, once you're given to get the area of a square, always multiply the length times width if it is given. And if they give you one part only, for example, if your square has been drawn and it's looking like this, assuming this is a square, let me draw it up here. Assuming this is a square, they have put 5 here. And they are saying, find the area of this square. Obviously, they will always put these signs to show that all sides are the same. So if this is 5, then even this other side is also 5 because it is a square. And that's why we have the length times the width to give us 5 times 5. And our answer becomes 25 like that. That is the area of a square, and the area of a rectangle doesn't change as well. The area of the rectangle also looks like this. Area of the rectangle also looks like this. If you've been given a rectangle like this, and it has 2, it has 3 here. Also, they are trying to tell you that on the column there are 3, then on the row there are 2. So you also get 2 times 3 to give us our answer 6. This is primary. That's why I can't talk about this. Length time with width is not something that is very, very hard. So I really wanted us to concentrate on this parallelogram. Of course, I believe you know how to get the area of the parallelogram, but I was interested in describing how do we come up with the area of the parallelogram. I want to leave it as an assignment, read more about the parallelogram, and there is an activity here. Just take a screenshot, and this screenshot is going to help you understand how they derive getting the area of the parallelogram. It is very, very helpful. Find time, read, inbox me if you can't understand it. I'm going to leave this exercise behind such that we try to get the answers to question 1, 2, and 3. They're not very hard. I want us to get the answers to question 1, 2, and 3, and you submit for marking. And before we go, we'll get a closing prayer. Maybe, yes, Martha, you have something to say?
Do we have another lesson? Oh, this is the last math lesson.
Coming from. I've left that exercise up there for you to try out. Make sure you try it out, and we'll be ending our lesson here for now. Sorry for whatever has not gone well. I'm opening everyone's microphone. Open your microphone and submit if there is anything that is burning.
Sir, this is me.
Yes, Favor?
So, sir, which lesson are we having tomorrow? Is it chemistry or mathematics?
Mathematics was today. Let me check and see what.
So, in mathematics,
English. It's our last lesson.
The timetable you have could be an old timetable. The timetable was updated yesterday. I'm trying to open and see the most updated one.
Okay, sir, I did not get some of the questions.
I'm going to display those questions again. Just remain on the call shortly.
But now, what is of your
What of what?
The number.
Which number?
Yours.
I sent it to chat. I'm going to send it again.
Okay, sir, thank you.
Got it. I'm trying to check what is in the lesson tomorrow. I'm trying to open the timetable here. Make sure you don't go.
Sir, if you're not in the WhatsApp, what can you do?
Open our chats.
You join the WhatsApp using you join the WhatsApp using the link.
Which link?
I'm putting it here in the chat.
Okay.
For the female, WhatsApp. But is that WhatsApp? This one just a different one. Oh, you just use the school WhatsApp.
Excuse me.
The school WhatsApp is different.
Excuse me, sir.
Sir,
I'm putting the WhatsApp.
Are they using the school?